So this is the question. Look it over, and you're gonna come to the conclusion that it's either D or E. Um, and so it could be E because if you notice here in the display, there is no constructor. Um, it can also be E because here when we're making the displays, it's lowercase d. So I went ahead and dropped it into the compiler. So I got this over here, I got this over here, and I got this over here. And I run it, or compile it, and it cannot find symbol class display, right? So lowercase d is a no-go, right? The inherited, or the objects that you're creating must use the, are case sensitive. So over here, the answer is E. But now, I guess we want to test the second hypothesis is what about if there's no constructor? So let's assume that the D was uppercase. So I save that, I compile it, it compiles with no errors. I come over here and I run my test driver. So I run the static void main and it prints out 004. And so you might be asking yourself, if you went ahead and studied the code, how the heck could it do that? Because when we create a new display, it should come over here and look for the constructor. But there is no constructor, so it should just break. But what happens is if there is no constructor, then the the compiler makes an empty one for you. So it makes this for you so that your code will run. So that's how it runs, right? That's how this works. That when you compile it, it makes this for you and it runs. But if I come over here and inside the constructor I put the number 4, and let's say I take this away, does it create a argument constructor as well? I run it and no, it doesn't, right? So it creates an empty constructor, an empty argument constructor. So that is something that I've seen like 2 or 3 times so far. So I kind of have a feeling that that's going to be on the test somewhere. So be sure you're aware of that, when you don't have a constructor, it creates a 0 argument constructor for you that's empty, nothing in it.